So in today's video we are going to start the programming in the MATLAB. We will see how to create a MATLAB programming file. In that we will see how to create a variables, how to create a different type of variables, how to store the value into the variables, and how to assign that particular variable. Also we will see that how to swap the values of the variables. After that we will perform the mathematical operations of the variables, and after that we will also see some relational operators into the MATLAB programming. I'll put the video timeline into the description box so that if you want to skip to the any part you can do it. So now let us start today's video. So here is our MATLAB screen, that is our home screen of the MATLAB. Now first thing that what we need to do over here is we need to create a folder in which we are going to do our programming file. So first of all we will create a folder into our desktop. Right, we are going to form a new folder and let us give the name MATLAB tutorial. Okay, so this folder has been created. Now coming back to the MATLAB, and first of all what we need to do over here, we need to go to the directories and we need to select that particular folder, right, in which we want to work. So that is the first step that we need to do while doing the programming into the MATLAB. So first we will click over here and we will browse our folder that is created on the desktop, and that is MATLAB tutorial, and we will select that particular folder. So here as you can see that in the current folder you don't have any files that are created. Okay, now in order to do the programming we need to click on the new and we will click on the script. Okay, so this is the programming panel, or we can say a programming tab. So as you can see that this file is not yet saved, and that is why it is named as untitled. So what can we do? We can save that particular file. We can give the name. We will give variables as the name. So as you can see that now we have one file that is in our current folder, and as you open that particular folder, here also you can see that particular file that is named as a variables, and the type is M file, right? So the extension of this particular file is .m. Here if you go to the properties, then you can find the type of file is .m, right? So the extension of any MATLAB file, any MATLAB programming file is going to be .m. Now coming back to the programming, so here first thing that we need to do is we will write CLC and clear all. Okay, so as you can see that here in the workspace I have some variables that has already been created, and now if I press the run button, it is going to clear that particular variables. Okay, तो बेसिकली MATLAB में क्या होता है कि आपने कोई पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम पे वर्क किया हुआ है तो उसमें जो वेरिएबल्स आपने यूज़ किए होंगे वो ऑलरेडी वर्कस्पेस में स्टोर हो गए, और अब आप कोई नए प्रोग्राम पे वर्क कर रहे हो तो वहाँ पे भी अगर सेम वेरिएबल्स आप यूज़ कर रहे हो तो इट मे बी पॉसिबल कि वो जो वेरिएबल है उसमें वो प्रीवियसली स्टोर वेरिएबल का डेटा जो है वो स्टोर हो सकता है. सो इन ऑर्डर टू अवॉइड दैट ग्लिच वी विल स्टार्ट आवर प्रोग्राम विथ CLC एंड क्लियर ऑल. Now we will create our first variable, that is, let us say a is equal to 35. Okay, so what we have done over here, we have stored the 35 into the variable named as a. Now a over here is a particular matrix. Okay, even though we have not created any kind of matrix, but that a that has the value 35, it is a kind of a matrix only. So if we press the run button, right, here you can say that in the workspace you can say that a variable is created and it is having the value 35. Now if you see over here, this is our programming window, and this command window is a kind of output window. So if you want to print anything, then you don't put semicolon after each line. If you want to print the value of a, then don't put the semicolon at the end of the line and you press the run button. And if you press the run button, here you can see the output a is equal to 35. So this is the logic. In the MATLAB basically we have to put the semicolon at the end of the line in order to not print that particular line into the command window. So if you want to see the output of any particular variables or any particular value, if you want to see as an output, you don't put semicolon at the end of that particular line. Okay, so now this is the variable that we have created that has the value a is equal to 35, and if you want to see the type of that particular variable, then you can write class of a, and again if you print the run button, then you can see the type of that variable is double, right? So again if you don't want to print that particular line, you put the semicolon, and again if you press the run button, then you don't have anything in the command window, right? But here in the workspace you can see that the answer is double, right? So here a variable that has been created is having a double as a type of the variable. Okay, so if you want to comment anything, you just need to put percentage sign at the start of that particular line, so that will be colored as a green, and it reflects that this particular line is now a comment in MATLAB programming. So MATLAB will not read this particular line and it will skip that line, it will go to the next line. Now we will create another variable, that is b, and let us say b is 45.96. okay, so here we don't have to classify or we don't have to define any variables. Suppose if you want to create the integer or if you want to create the fraction variable or anything, we don't have to define that particular thing. Here we will just assign the values to the particular variable, and the value will be stored into that particular variable. So b is equal to 45.96, and if you run that, here you can see that b is equal to 45.96. the value is stored in the b, and if you click on the b, right, so here you get the value 45.96. okay, now close it. So this is how we are going to create the variables in the MATLAB, and if you want to store any string, then also you can do that, and for that what you need to do is you need to put char, that means character, and then you put, right, here you use the single comma. Okay, so now you can store the string into the variable c, and if you run it, here you can see that c is stored, right? So c is having a character, and again here if you see the size, then it is 1 cross 5, right? So again this particular variable is a kind of matrix of size 1 cross 5, right? So in MATLAB everything is about the matrix. So this is how you create the variables into the MATLAB. So now if you want to swap the values of the variables, that can also be done easily in the MATLAB. So let us see one example. Let us remove this. Now a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 6. Now I want to print b is equal to 5 and a is equal to 6. So what I will do, I will introduce a new variable. Let us name it as a c. Okay, so first of all I will store the value of a into c. Secondly, I will store the value of b into a, and after that I will store the value of c into b. So in that way we are going to do the swapping of the variables. So let us first initialize c is equal to 0 initially. After that we will do c is equal to a. So what we are doing over here is we are storing the value of a in c. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to store the value of b into a, right? So a is equal to b. Okay, so here we have stored the value of b in a, and now we need to assign the value of a, that is equal to c initially, into b. So what we are going to do, b is equal to c. And now if you want to print the value of a and b, then we will just simply write ab, right? So if we press the run, then here you can see that a is equal to 6 and b is equal to 5. In this way we have swapped the values of the variable a and b by introducing a new variable, that is c. Okay, so now just quickly see some basic mathematical operation that we can perform using the MATLAB. First is addition. So for addition, what we are going to do is we will introduce some values, that is a is equal to, let us say 10, then b is equal to 25, and if you want to add these two values, then c is going to be a plus b. Or if you don't want to store the value of this addition into any variable, then you can remove this and you can directly write a is equal to b, but for a record we are going to store the value of a plus b into c. And if you press the run button, here you can see C is equal to 35 as per our addition rule. So addition, as you can see, it is very simple. Now what we are going to do, we are going to perform the subtraction, and for that also the rule is very much easy. A minus B will give the subtraction, and that will be stored into the D, and that is minus 15, right? So that is how we perform the subtraction in MATLAB. And for multiplication we are going to use this particular sign, and this will perform the multiplication, and the multiplication will be stored in E. So here you can see that E is equal to 250. For division, what we are going to do, we are going to store the value of the division into the F, and for division also the syntax is very much easy. So this is the symbol for the division, and if we again press the run button, so here the value of the division, that is 10 divided by 25, that is 0.4, that is stored into the F. So these are some basic mathematical operations that we can do. And similarly, if you want to see the relational operation, so here also we can write A is greater than B. So answer is 0, that means A is not greater than B, right? Similarly, if we write A less than B, right, so the answer is going to be 1, that means A is less than B. If you want to check whether A is equal to B, then the answer is going to be 0. So that thing that we need to take care while we are dealing with the MATLAB. MATLAB is case sensitive programming language, so here we need to take care that if we have written capital A, right, that means whenever we are accessing A, we need to use that capital A only. Suppose if I write small a over here, right, if I write small a over here and if I press run button, then it will give me an error that undefined function or a variable small a. So that thing we need to take care. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you are getting something if you are getting something valuable from this video, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Thank you very much.